Where's Magic? I don't know where Magic is. That kind of resembles Magic, but not really.
Something like it.
I mean, who paints a race car? Like, beautiful paint.
Dude.
Debuts it at PRI, and then just like, yeah, let's drop it off at the dirtiest place we could possibly drop it off at with the most metal.
This is one of the cleanest chassis shops in the country, though. It really is.
It.
Yeah, I'm serious. I've seen a lot of them. This is one of the cleanest ones, but you're right. It's going to need a cut and buff when we get out of here.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Well, this totally wasn't the plan.
No, this is what we call the snowball effect, right? That's what I keep hearing this week. Oh, this is a snowball effect. So the story starts.
We just wanted to answer you guys' question of where is Magic? Why is it at 10 Soldier? Those are all been questions both of us have been getting a lot.
So Magic is at 10 Soldier, and
this is all the parts out of Magic right now.
This is my last 2 or 3 days worth of work right here.
This is the Avalanche.
Yep.
It started as a snowball.
Yeah, I did.
Taking out the whole city of Magic. The whole city.
I'm just selling parts left and right over here, but so Magic begins. A guy named Kyle Bullock got Magic, and it was the car that wouldn't leave him alone. He got rid of it the first time. He got on a trade deal. Whatever happened, boom, he got it a second time, and then he got rid of it, sold it, right? Then a trade deal happened 2 or 3 years later. There's Magic again, and he's like, all right. And the third time he got it, he's like, I'll keep it this time. And it was small block Ford. He had 2 kits, big old Dominator on there. And in the early Cash Days videos, you can see Magic in some of the background shots. I don't know how much it's in there, but
like the OG Cash Day stuff.
2006.
I was still in high school.
Me too. Me too. Yeah, I was still in high school in 2006, and so this car's been around for 20 plus years, and it was pewter when he got it, and they painted it in one day. And the paint job that was on it until last year when we repainted it was the same paint job that they did in one day, which looked really
It looked really nice.
It did look really nice.
Until it went to some hay bales.
Until I put it in the hay bales, yeah. But, and I got some of those photos. But, so, Kyle has the car, and Kyle had a small block Ford, gangster small block Ford with 2 kids, and he had burned it up or done something to the motor, so the motor was out of it. And he worked at this shop, a lot like this shop, like a chassis shop, like a performance shop called Speed Tech in Texas. And it was back when they had the showroom. It's like Hopper's house.
Yeah.
And they got all the gauges, and every race car part you can imagine is on the wall, and all this stuff. And there's Magic sitting in the showroom. Wheelie bars, Wolf Racecraft sticker on the side. They just painted it, looked brand new, right? And my childhood best friend, Sean, his dad, we were building Sean's car that we drove to high school in. Well, Sean ended up, we slid it into a telephone, no, it was a mailbox, and we were getting in trouble in this Volkswagen Mustang, obviously. And it was a 5-liter automatic GT, or no, it was an LX. And so we were building Sean's Mustang into a race car to hopefully get us out of trouble. Because we were, if any of y'all know us from high school, we were some troublemakers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But, so we were building this race car, and Lloyd realized the motor, the transmission, the rear end, all that was done. It had a Wolf cage in it also, but the chassis, suspension components, paint, interior seats, so on, like Kay, remember, all this stuff was going to take us a long time. And he already had the trans, the drive shaft, the trans and the engine like sitting there ready to go. So he went into Speed Tech to buy parts for Sean's Mustang that I ended up later owning also for a short period. I just flipped it though. It was purple. But he goes in there and he sees this car in the showroom, and he asks Kyle, he's like, how much for the car? And Kyle's like, not for sale. And he came back the next day with a chunk of cash, and Kyle said, well, let me help you load it up.
All right.
And he bought it rolling.
No motor, no trans.
No motor, no trans. And so I distinctively remember it was Sean's birthday, and I don't remember when his birthday is, but we're down in the shop messing with stuff, you know, probably gonna go get in trouble that weekend, guaranteed. And Lloyd and his mom Jackie, they come down in the shop. They're like, "Hey boys, come help us unload this trailer." Like, okay, you know, we thought Lloyd's Nova was in the trailer, but he had taken the Nova and put it in the garage and hid it, and we didn't notice it was in there. And he's like, "Yeah, drop that door." And
it was like to flip the house or move that bus.
It was just like to move that bus. And me and Sean, we dropped the door, and I looked inside, and he looked inside, and we looked at Lloyd, and then Lloyd started to smile, and we knew, like, oh, this is sick. And so we got the magic, you know, wheelie bars, the whole 9 yard, parachute off the back, like, so sick. For 2000, this is 2007 or so.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was doing it.
Oh, it was doing it. Yeah, X bar in the back, which we've talked so much crap about.
Yeah, now it's sitting on the floor.
Now it's sitting on the ground. Yeah, it's trash. But so we put this car together, and I'll never forget. We get it running. We've been working on it every night. I used to ride my little motor scooter all the way to Lloyd's house, and we get it running, and it's about to die, and I don't know where he's at, but he can't get to the carburetor fast enough, so I reach down there and wow. He's like, whoa. He's like, no, it's all right. It's all right. But that's like touching my woman. Like, no, I get it, but I mean, it was gonna. I mean, you know,
I'm just helping.
I'm just helping. You know? He kind of got on to me, but he's like, nah, you earned it. It's okay. And so I'm still cool with Lloyd. I'm still cool with Sean. Actually, Sean saw some of the Facebook posts about, "You're cutting the car up." It's like, yeah, we're cutting it up, and it's time.
Yeah. It was time to update it, and it did a lot with a little. And if you're watching this video and you have a Fox Body Mustang, like this thing, you're gonna see some in depth of it. Not in this video, but very basic stock torque boxes. There was no bracing to the torque boxes. They were welded up, but I mean, this thing went 115 like that with, you know, zero adjustment on the rear end housing. Like,
springs in the spring perch, stock springs, the same. I tell people, those are the same springs I drove to high school on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, man, you buy, you know, all the adjustable boxes and all this stuff, and sometimes people get lost.
I think a lot of times people get lost.
Like Mustangs work really great in stock form. Now, it's, you know, Magic didn't have a great ride height, which we're gonna fix that. You know, that's some of the stuff that we're gonna do to bring it up to date. You know, and you'll see that later what it's gonna look like. But that stuff, it just needed to happen for where you want to go.
I couldn't really go faster than about 116 to 60, and even at 116 to 60, it wasn't sustainable. 116, one pass it goes 16, and the next pass you're like, oh! It wasn't consistent because it was such on the ragged edge of doing a wheelie every pass, and even the 16, it's doing a wheelie to the 60, it's just barely nipping it, you know. And
well, it was supposed to come to us before PRI. To do some stuff, and it seems like every year when you're going to PRI for something, we've had a couple cars in there, and it's like, man, you're never on time. Like it's
not how it works.
Yeah, so they were working on it right up until it went there. It didn't even run when it went there. I don't know if you guys know that or not.
It did run when we got there, but then it didn't run when we left there.
Yeah,
something like that. I don't know. I was sick, so
yeah, you got super. I forgot you got super sick.
Dude, I spend all this money on a paint job and just working these super late hours, probably why I got sick, but working, you know, 2-3 in the morning every single night to get the motor in and everything as nice as possible. And we practically had every single part Nitrous Express makes on the thing, and it looked gorgeous.
It looked really nice, yeah.
And then we get to PRI and I get sick as a dog, dude. And I stayed in the hotel.
He didn't leave it wasn't like he got sick because he was out enjoying PRI.
No, it was a real sick.
Yeah, he was real sick.
And I tried to come out a few times, but I just.
Well, and we were all doing a family trip to Disney, so like his family, my family, were meeting Happy and Kinsey and Barrett and his wife, and because we were doing the Christmas tree race, right? Yep. That was the big push, doing the Christmas tree race. So we had strict demands from our wives to not get sick, and then he was sick, and
so my goal was to be unsick by the end of PRI. So yeah, I didn't get to enjoy any of having my car at PRI at all, and I spent all my efforts and money on, had it all painted up, and it's just as pretty as it's ever gonna get. And then, you know, life.
Yeah. And then so then he was sick. He had to fly out. Brad ended up driving. Well, we ended up buying that tube bender, so we needed a trailer to drive our stuff back here, the tube bender back here. So we loaded up Magic. We loaded up our tube bender, and then Magic sat out back for like
all
while.
winter.
Yeah, a while.
All winter. Yeah, because it was one thing after another for Charlie, and you know, you hear all the time these boys don't work on public car, you know, the public's cars, and it's the truth. They're just doing the homie stuff. It's almost like you should be treating this like it's a garage, and your neighbor up the street's like, yeah, I'll weld it up real quick.
Yeah.
It's not like a big deal, and so when you have an opportunity to have your car worked on by these guys, you really need to be patient, and you need to be like, hey, you need to be a team player. I tell people all the time, if you wear the jersey, that's one thing. But if you don't wear the jersey, if you're not part of this like that, you know, you can be, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? If you're not really deep in the trenches, and deep in the trenches means it's more important that we get Charlie to the Christmas tree race. It's more important that we get Charlie, you know, set up for radials for US Street and this, that, and the other. And we were so focused on Charlie. And then the second we thought that we were about to get Magic out the box, we need to go Pro Charger.
Well, it's your fault. You know, yeah.
Why was it my fault?
Well, because we took, and I haven't really talked about this, but and you guys could probably put it together from watching the videos, but we took Charlie to Yellow Belly hurt. It was hurt. Like,
not my fault.
Not your fault, but
trust me, out of all the Yellow Belly things, it would be my fault. Please,
not that. It's just, I'm joking because we went because of you guys, right? Like, if somebody else would have been putting on the Yellow Belly event, we wouldn't have went. But like, we've, you know, back to the Jersey comment, like, it's your guys' event, we need to be there. And, you know, we kind of went with one hand tied behind our back, but we still felt like we had a shot, right, for sure.
You definitely did.
Yeah, and Charlie really did show out. Like, he did really, really good for the cars we were dealt, and we ended up sending, you know, the 774 to heaven. And, it is what it is, you know. And then it was like, Pro Charger, let's do this. So, right now we're kind of taking a break racing. Charlie's just chilling. We're going to do some stuff with him. We have plans. You guys are going to get some more videos about that. But right now it's kind of sit back, relax, and kind of catch up a little bit.
It's like take a breath.
Yeah. It was just go. And you get this because you're here. And a lot of times people do get irritated at us because of the car situation. And we appreciate it so much that so many people want us to work on their stuff.
Oh, for sure.
Like, our phone rings nonstop. But the thing that you got to understand about that is, like, man, in one day, if you said yes to all those phone calls, that's a year of your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's unreal, like, how long projects take. And with you being here, you can see, like, all the boys are so busy. Yeah, it's not like nobody's sitting here with their hands in their pockets.
Hey, boys, all this stuff, this is all me.
Yeah, he did all that.
I did all this because, we're spread thin, and we're only getting spread more thin. You know, there's stuff you and me are not about to talk about right now, but there's things going on in the backside of Tin Soldier that are really big, not only for Tin Soldier, but for the whole industry. And that may mean that it's just Charlie and Charlie.
Yeah, it's a Charlie show.
It may be a Charlie show someday, right? Where all this is parts production and this is, you know, more and more stuff that's not our friends' race cars.
Yeah.
And they get to that.
And I love that. Like, I love that part of it. And, like, if I'm really real, like, we tried to scale the car business for 5 years. And, man, that was the most miserable time of my life. It was horrible. I'm glad that I'm glad we're doing what we're doing. I love coming to work every day. When we were building cars for all these people, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
You know, because
You're
every
really
car,
maintaining a bunch of relationships.
yeah, and every car takes a piece of you.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's just so much time that, like, man, as I've gotten a little older, I've gotten a lot more selfish with my time. Like, I have 3 beautiful kids, beautiful wife. Like, they're my priority, right? Like, and this stuff, I normally leave at 5 every day. Like, it's great, you know.
No, you're a hard 5 o'clock kind of guy.
Yeah, I want to go be with them, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
It typically doesn't matter who's in town for dinner, unless they're having dinner at the house. You're probably.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get you tonight.
Yeah, because the wife's probably going. But yeah,
The wife's probably going?
Maybe.
Nice. Maybe. Now I got my hopes up. But, yeah, and I think that's why Poland, like earlier today, I'm in here knocking the insulation off the floor by hand. For hours today, I've been after it, right? You actually had to put a fresh shirt on me for this.
Yeah.
Speaking of shirts,
Yeah, that's good.
we're giving away a BES 427 cubic inch LS motor.
It is gonna be sick, man. I'm so excited. For
All you
everyone.
gotta do is buy a T-shirt, anything.
It's
$5 of anything.
no merch and apparel. We do it that way because anybody
You
can
tell me I
buy.
can't buy 5 4-link kits?
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty unfair advantage. You know what I mean? I get it. But we did add Zeus tools. That's sick. So yeah, $5 on apparel, merch, and Zeus tools. They're in the little thing, and you can win a BES 427. And that's another Tony is so busy, man. Like, I mean, it's unreal how many engines they have. So not only are you having a chance to win that engine, I'm sure it's gonna. If you win it, you come pick it up. You're gonna get to go meet Tony. We'll give you a tour of his shop and this one.
A BES LS engine is the same engine. Now, obviously, there's some parts differences here, a little bit of change here, a little bit of change here. This will obviously be way more friendly for the average Joe motor.
Yeah.
That's the same thing that James Tall had in his Camaro, that he ran Ultra Street and went 440s in the 80s.
That motor's a lot nicer, but yeah.
It's still an LS
Yeah.
built by BES.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a lot faster because it's got billet BES valve covers, which are sick. So,
Yours does?
the new one, the giveaway motor. It's got actually we don't have the real ones yet. They'll be here like maybe next week, but they're black with BES on one side and then a 10 Soldier on the other. So
That's solid.
it's really cool. We got a nitrous express kit for it if you want to spray it, and then a brand new beautiful ATM carburetor that looks awesome. But Tony kind of built it to where if you don't want to spray it and you want to put a turbo on it, you
We've
can do
been
that.
5.0s with a 408 LS carbureted stock 6-liter block, 4-inch crank shoved in there in a garage,
Yeah.
right? Not balanced or anything, on a 400 shot with a nitrous express plate, 5.0s in a Fox body.
Yeah, that motor's totally that could totally happen.
What heads are on it?
It's got Tony does a CNC program on stock LS
So it's
heads.
an LS3
Yes.
Bischoff program. So
Yeah.
it's a CNC LS3.
Yeah, and we went with regular LS heads with his CNC program. We went 470s.
With a cathedral port,
with
without
a
a square port. This will be a square port.
Yeah, this is square port motor. So cathedral
Yeah.
port, we went 470s. And that was stock box, stock crank, factory cylinder.
And this
head.
will be forged crank, forged pistons, big rods.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna be rowdy.
we've been 440s on a stock GM crankshaft in our LS. Yeah.
It's gonna be rowdy. I'm just hoping whoever wins this thing has got some halfway decent chassis to hold this thing,
Yeah.
right?
Well, and our dude a super rowdy street car, because it is hydraulic roller, so it's like, man, you can drive the thing anywhere.
It's gonna be based off a '93 pump gas. You think?
Yeah, 93 pump gas. If you want to put
So
race
you can
gas,
drag and drive it.
absolutely, it's perfect for that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like the ultimate drag and drive motor. Maybe that's how we should.
it
brand
is the ultimate drag and drive motor because it is. How
You
much
can tear
power
up
do you
that
think it's gonna
850
make?
class. Tony said it'd make 650 pretty easily. So I mean, I think he could probably push on the dyno and probably make 700. Because
Yeah.
Tony's Mr. Conservative,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
He's just
yeah.
like,
He's gonna give you the number he knows it's gonna make.
yeah. But
Yeah, that's going to be super cool for whoever wins that. I hope I'm in town when that guy wins because I just want to see the look on his face.
I'm excited, man. I think it's cool, like that somebody's gonna be able to put that into their car, right? Like that's cool.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you guys. Like we've done a couple of giveaways, and because the reaction's been so positive, that gives us the ability to do more of them. So we already actually have. There's a conversation about the next one that's after this,
Oh,
right?
really?
So yeah, I mean we're not ready to talk about that, but yeah, we're always trying to think.
Is
ahead.
that one thing that we talked about?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. So
Okay, well y'all go support it because next thing is even hotter.
yeah, it's
But
cool.
we gotta get away from the whole. We're not gonna do the 4-link bracket guy.
What do you mean?
If I ordered $10,000 in parts I deserve $10,000 worth of spots.
I don't disagree with you, but the thing that we always like to try to keep it fair, and like I want, like
I get it.
You
The
know what I
guy
mean?
who can't afford $10,000 worth of chassis stuff, he could probably afford his own BES motor.
to a degree, you know what I mean? Like maybe not, but like everybody has the opportunity to buy a T-shirt, right? Like that's cool, and we've had those conversations of opening up the parts. Do we do this? Do that? I really like the apparel and merch, so I don't know. They'll probably it's definitely gonna at least stick to that.
And you can get the OG Bischoff shirt from Tin Soldier now.
Yeah, which is sick because there's
I'm
a
not
lot
leaving without one.
and there's a lot of people that paid a lot of money for this shirt. 'Cause
I'm not
Tony
leaving
is
without
terrible
one,
at merch.
player.
He's terrible at merch.
It used to be when you'd pull into the the water box and you look over and your opponent's got that no mercy or that lights out, that big banner sticker in the back, you go, oh man.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? But now it's not the no mercy or the bishop or any of that. It's the BES yellow and black shirts. You see them dudes walk up with their shirts on, you go, turn it up.
Yeah,
Get the laugh out.
This is Brad's favorite race day shirt. It's also, I think, cheeseburgers.
It's definitely cheeseburgers.
Cheese wears it a
Cheese
lot.
is on the way here right now. There's a good chance he's got that shirt.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Well, back to Magic. We were going to just build an 8.8 for it. Was the original idea, but then we got some parts that we really want to come out with that really require a Mustang that's stock to build from, and this thing's actually really stock in the back. So
It's really stock all over.
yeah, it really is. So it provided a great template for that. So we've been dragging our feet on, and I'm not ready to say these parts yet, but everything that we're building for this, obviously you can already buy the 9-inch housing. You can buy. Oh, I just gave it away. We'll put a 9-inch in it, and it's going to be one of our mild steel housings. Brad, back when we kind of worked on that housing, we use a hammer kit. But Brad and Hammer worked really hard on the upper ear geometry, stuff like that. So a lot of them all look the same, but there's some real well thought out stuff that goes into that. But we're gonna make that swap even easier. So, and that's all stuff that we're gonna prototype on Magic. And you guys will get to watch us do that. So
Yeah, if you got a Fox Body Mustang, you'll be able to call up here and say, hey, I want the same rear end that's in Magic.
yeah,
And they'll be able to tell you wheel spec, right?
Yeah.
These are the wheels, these are the brakes, this is the rear end, this is the total amount. It can be there, and well, right now we're 5 weeks out.
yeah, we're about 5 weeks, and that's just thanks to you guys, man. Normally in the summer we kind of taper off a bit, but just because everybody's out racing. But
So today actually, Poland got here last night, and I'm sitting in here and I'm working on Magic, and he's like, hey, Tom. Poland doesn't call me Tom, he calls me Jimmy, right?
yeah,
He's Tom. I look over, he's like, hey, pay attention. What? He said, anything that you want to do to Magic, don't let it leave here without doing the Magic. I'm like, what are you talking about? If you see something and you think that you want to do that, do it now. Because who knows the next time you can get your
you
car
can squeak
here.
it in.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
You can leave here, put it in the trailer, and then immediately be on the next 4-year wait list to get the homie hookup again. I'm like, hey, we can help you out on blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you want me to do, Paul? And he's like, cut the whole cage out. Just cut the whole thing out. I'm like, golly, dude. We might as well go grab Farlow's car over there and just start putting Magic's crap on it.
Yeah, Farlow won't care. I'll let you borrow it.
No. Hey, Farlow, I got you a car over here. It's good. You'll grow into it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's funny.
But we could go race together with Farlow's stuff.
I love Farlow.
With his LDR car. Yeah, so a bunch of parts getting made off of Magic. We told them that. We cut the X bar out. The dash, this thing was wired in the early 2000s, and back then you didn't have a fuel tech switch panel and we have so much technology now, and when you dig into a car that was built 25 years ago, you go, wow, like we've come so far, right? So this thing's just got wires and wires all like piled into it. And what else is some other stuff that we see? Like,
Well, the car. I mean, he made about $5 when he took the carpet out because of all the loose change that he found.
dude, I'm telling you, I'm the worst race car driver on the planet. You can look in the brown car too. water bottles, Gatorades, T-shirts, shorts. Half my life savings is like in change and loose dollar bills.
If anything ever happened, you would just like we'd have to get you out of there. You'd just be shirts and stuff.
He's stuck in the car. He's stuck in the car. What's he stuck in there for? A T-shirt.
That's hilarious.
I'm horrible about it, and it's just I'm in and out of the car. I'm in and out of the car all the time, and you just throw stuff in the back of the car, and then it starts flopping around, and the next thing you know, you're like, why do I have a whole air pump in here? This is dangerous. It's stupid.
Yeah. So, well, really, like, we'll concentrate most of our work in the back, for sure. The front, man, a Fox body's awesome because they're already a strut. Like, they work really good. The front might get some more attention than what we were planning on, just because, as we said, things snowball.
Yeah.
And it just is what it is, like, that's how race cars go. That's the other thing that makes when you run an actual chassis shop, which I don't really consider us much of a chassis shop anymore. But what I mean by that is, like, a guy that does this is it's really hard to work on your schedule because it's, hey, while you're in there, we found this or that.
Yeah.
You could see how it could get out of hand. Really
Dude, if I was charging like what you would have to charge to do what I did in the last 2 days, $3,000.
Yeah, if not more. Yeah.
If not more, because I got here and worked the second I got here until the second I leave, and then I'm over here way past everybody else, still trying to get stuff done.
Yeah.
I think a good thing that you guys can take from this video is you need to do as much as possible to whatever it is that you're working on before you take it to that guy to have him weld XYZ, before you take it to him to have him wire it.
Yeah.
You need to get it as far as humanly possible to where all they need to do is the job they're being paid to do.
Well, I mean, if you just take
it's going to kill your budget.
This was like you said, probably, let's just call it 2 days worth of work for round numbers. And let's just say you work 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
Our shop rate's more than $100 an hour. But
Yep.
for easy math, $100 an hour. That's
$2,000.
$2,000
In 2 days. And just taking stuff out.
Yeah.
Not even putting the stuff back in.
You're just taking it out.
That's why I got to show up and take it out, put it back in, and stuff like that.
I would encourage you even a step farther, just to learn to do most of it yourself. Like, there's no reason why you can't learn to weld. And I don't think you should learn to weld on a cage, but once the cage is done, the rest of the bracketry can really just be MIG welded on, or if the TIG weld's not that great, like mounting little electronics, crap like that, it doesn't matter, right? And that's how we got started in this industry, is we couldn't pay anybody to do it, so we figured out how to do it, and now we're here through a series of events, now the snowball on that end rolled, but that's why we try to put out so many, how-to videos. We try to provide really good customer service for people that have questions, because that's the backbone of hot rodding, is doing this in your garage, doing it with your homies.
I've told this story 100 times. When I built my first race car, the Ford Granada, we call it Pawpaw. When we built Pawpaw, I was so broke. I shouldn't even have had a race car because this is how broke I was. I couldn't afford wire.
Hang on, boys, look at this.
Oh, brother! That is a whole unit. And you got a mustache?
You're like
They made me laugh.
Nice.
Man, if Uncle Barrett was here, he'd be so
You got
proud.
a cheetah bike, an American flag shirt, a mustache. Are you going to dinner like that? That's how I'd go to dinner, just like that. All right, later, bub. We were so broke. I was so broke. This is before I had Modell. We were so broke that I used a trailer wire kit to wire the car.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, because it was cheap. We went to AutoZone. I couldn't afford just red and black wire that was thick.
Yeah.
So it's like, look at the trailer wire kit. It's 30 feet. It's like 4 different colors. So my first race car was brown, yellow, green, white. All in it. It's just zip ties everywhere. And then we went to go pull it out of the shop, and it would run at idle, but you couldn't get on it because the fuel pump would just it didn't have enough wire going to the fuel pump. So my buddy Chipper, and I was able to pay Chipper. Well, I can't say that. I was able to pay Chipper in smokables. You know where that was going. So Chipper would take some smokables for the day of work, and we had worked together on the race car all day, and Chipper said, we'll just take another wire and we'll twist them all on a drill, and then we'll have 2 wires. And that's a great idea. So we did that. We took the wire that powered the fuel pump, we twisted it together, and we put 2 wires. I'm not recommending y'all do this.
Yeah.
And we put it in the fuel pump, and I'll be damned, it ran, and we were able to floor it a little bit. And we pull out of the shop, and it starts pouring down rain. And it's on slicks, and we're right here in North Fort Worth. I'm like, it'll be fine. And we're open header, got some plastic seats in this thing. And I go to whomp it, and I 360'd it onto the center median, and didn't break anything. And he's like, let's get back to the shop. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're done.
But I understand what it's like to be cheap and to hack stuff up.
Well, that's why we try to do what we do, man. Because like not that long ago, I built my first car. It was probably 13 years ago. I built my turbo LS Camaro, and I had a flux core MIG welder in the garage. And dude, my first turbo kit looked like you guys wouldn't believe
how fast did it go? Because everybody believes that when they see Jason Terrell, when they see Big Brain Brad, that anything y'all touch is just, that's a 4-second car.
Yeah.
4-second car, 0.9 to the 60 foot over there. How fast did
I went
Terrell
10s.
go?
Yeah, I went 10s, and I was like,
what's that? Like a high mid-6?
Yeah, mid-6 and the 8.
Mid-6s and the 8. That was as fast as it would go?
Yeah, I ended up blowing it up because I did nothing to the engine. It was literally a stock LS with stock valve springs, stock cam. I even used the plastic truck because I literally had no money. My wife and I just got married. I kind of like sold some of my motocross stuff to put this car together. Dude, I knew nothing. My dad drag raced, but like when I say like I really wasn't into drag racing. So I just didn't like it.
You didn't grow up with heads up like.
Well, I did because Dad raced like my dad is really good, and I picked up a lot more than what I realized. You know what I mean, just from helping my dad. But yeah, that car was my first rendition of trying to do anything, and I think I went like a 630 maybe. Yeah. And it's had a 7.5 inch rear end in it. Like, it was horrible. I mean, I turbo 350 I bought off Craigslist. It wasn't your Facebook marketplace yet.
My pawpaw car, 5.3 turbo 400. I found a guy in South Texas he had a really clean like street rod Nova, and it was a carbureted 5.3 trans, whole thing, right? No trans brake, none of that, and it was a street rod deal. And he was gonna put some, big block, insert whatever next step, right? He wanted the next crazy thing. And so he sold me the trans, the engine, MSD box, carburetor, intake to oil pan, starter, water pump, all of it, $3,000.
Wow.
I actually spent more money on the trans and the motor and all that stuff than I did the roller, which was $2,000.
Yeah, I got you.
Right? And then I had to buy headers, which I got off eBay at the time. Headers were $275 or call it $300.
Yeah.
And then I had to buy, what else did I need to get? There was already a shifter in the car. And I think I had that thing running and driving for $6,000. And I think you can still do it, maybe easier today, because there's just so much availability.
There's a lot of information out there.
Yeah.
My car had the turbo action cheetah shifter in it.
Horrible.
I love that shifter.
No, don't you lie.
No, I did. I loved it.
Don't sit here and endorse that shifter in front of all these people.
My dad had like 10 of them because he had like different transmissions throughout the year. Man, it was like fast. To your point, what's funny is we raced with Heath when we first started the business. Now we still race with Heath with Charlie, but they put me in a love truck, and my first like real, we'll call it decently fast pass was in this love truck, and I went 550, and we raced that for a little bit, and then
were you hooked?
Yeah, I loved it, man. Like
was it big block nitrous, small block nitrous?
No, small block nitrous. Actually, small block with a blower. It was a whole deal. But at this point, we had started the shop, and we're working on real race cars. And then, Heath had some stuff come up in his life, and the love truck got sold, and then Brad and I didn't have a car for a few years, and then we ended up building our white car, and we built it for limited 235.
Same thing we're building Magic for, by the way.
Yeah.
The goal is to go win the championship next year, limited 235.
It's really fun class, man. It's really
good.
And so we went there because that's where all our homies were. Radial racing was really hot back then. Like that was the hottest thing to do. And Brad and I are building this car. Literally, we couldn't afford to build it. Dougie, that you guys see in the videos, that helps us with Charlie, our white Mustang, our LS turbo deal. That Mustang was Dougie's. We traded doing a turbo kit for the, like not a roller, just the chassis, right? So we didn't even do the cage or nothing. It was just as cheap as we could put this thing together. Had truck manifolds on it. Had all these parts laying around. Brad put a glide together. I got a book at the shop that said like how to build a racing power glide, and that was Brad. Like,
that's the most Brad thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, I'll say this, which was interesting, is we didn't get the thing done in time to go test. So we load the deal up and take it to South Georgia for Lights Out, arguably the biggest radial race of the year. We've never.
Lights Out's the biggest radial.
Dude, never had made a pass in it ever. I'd never let go of the transfer brake button in a turbo car.
Had never bumped in.
Nothing, dude, nothing. And like, I didn't make that many passes in the love truck. Probably 10-ish. So, like, Brad and I, we're going down there, and there are people commenting on the Limited 235 Facebook that we're going to wreck the class because we're 10 Soldier Racecars, and like, but little do they know we never raced like this.
Whose car had you built that it shook them up so bad?
We'd already worked with Martin Conley, which Martin was, we had,
they're just looking at you and all they see is Martin's face and they go,
yeah.
Well, that ain't gonna work.
What's up, Terry?
Terry Wilson.
Yeah, Terry's in. But yeah, they just expected us to go really fast right off the gate. And
how fast did you go?
We actually went a 5:30 off the
Dang.
Yeah, so we didn't
little gangster too.
Yeah, we didn't do bad. So yeah, it worked out.
How fast was the class at that time? Because now I would say the class, it's like to qualify number one, you're going to have to go a 80.
Yeah.
But to win, I feel like you need to go 90s.
Yeah. So back then, Martin had the record. He was going 490s, 50s back then. Most of the class was probably 20s to 30s, and and then we just kept chipping away at it. That year, we ended up finishing 4th in the championship.
How many races did you make?
We actually wrecked the car the first race. Yeah, I forgot about that.
They're like, they're gonna wreck the class. No, we're gonna wreck the car.
Yeah, we double entered into RVW, and the guy hit the wall next to us and bounced over and almost hit me. So like he come over, and then I just went into the wall to avoid him, and we scuffed the whole front of it up, bent it all up. Our brand new race car that we couldn't afford. Like we couldn't even afford a trailer. We had to finance the trailer to get down there. We bought with zero money down, and then we convinced my dad to let us borrow his motorhome to tow it down there. And we got the trailer like a week before that. Like, dude, it was a beg, barter, steal, to get there. And then we wreck our, brand new car that we put everything into from just a dumb thing. And, and then our friends helped. We actually fixed it that race. We made the race. We kept racing. And I know.
So I'm glad you told that story. I mean, that's a good ending to the video, but I'm glad you told that story because I don't think that you ever got to tell that much in-depth story of your driving career and where you started. And my pawpaw car, I got to tell you one more story and then we can end this, John. One of the best days of my entire life, right? Me and Modell get together. Billy's 2 years old. We've probably been together 6 months to a year. And we go to the track, and I got the pawpaw car. And when we got together, the week we got together, I blew it up. I actually had a bang button.
We had a bang button in the love truck.
I had a bang button, but I had stock pistons, rods, crank, completely stock LS, and I'm out there, wow, wow, and I banged it. And my tuner guy at the time, his name was Eric, and he said, you're good. I said, no, one more. And he said, no. I said, yeah, one more. And he said, no. I said, shot rods and pistons and crank everything out on the ground. It was at Barrett Green and Michael Hollis's race. And that was the week my buddy had got a text message from Mo, and she had seen us on the live. This is right when Facebook Live, but you could, maybe YouTube or something. She had seen us on the live, and she texted Aaron, and she said, is that my other name? And he said, yeah. And she goes, I want to go to the track next time. I was like,
Hey.
oh. And he walks over, he's like, look, bro, go get your girl. I was like, okay. And so I text her that week, and we're starting to flirt or whatever, but I got a blown up race car.
You can't make it.
She can't see me like this, you know? So I went to the pick and pull, and I got a 5.3, and I worked for 2 days straight, just like I tore this car apart. I worked for 2 days straight, and I was, flirting with her on text message or whatnot. But no, I'm not going to dinner tonight. No, I'm not doing anything. I'm fixing my race car. Right?
Yeah.
In 2 or 3 days, and I emerged from the ashes like a phoenix with a running race car again, right? And so 6 months, a year goes by, and I kind of got my program a little bit better off. People don't understand how important anti-roll bar is, but tell you, brother, there's a lot of ET in anti-roll bar. And I got my suspension all set up, and I'd been going to the radial tracks a lot more and breaking stuff, because that's what happens when you have everything cheap as you can. But I'd finally got a drive shaft that's going to hold and all that stuff. Everything was really promising. And we go to the track, and I got a 300 shot on I think it was a 6-liter. It was a 6-liter at the time. I'd blown up the 5.3 again. But a 6-liter, 300 shot, turbo 400, and I went 5/8. And then the next pass, I got my first 5. I got a good photo of me and my kid, and he's got ice cream in his hand, and I got my gorgeous woman with me, and she's just so happy for me, and I took a photo of my first 5, and then we went back up there for the next pass, and I did my first wheelie. And I'm telling you, we drug the bumper, dog. Yeah, like this. And my kid runs over, and he's got to be, let's say he's 3, and he said, Dad! He's already calling me Dad. He said, Dad!
Because you did a wheelie.
You drug the bumper! I said, yeah, I did drag the bumper. And it was so exciting. This is one of the best days of my whole life. And that was with my slow car, you know what I mean?
That's cool.
I had more fun with my slow car. I'm sure you had fun with your IROC.
Oh, dude, I had so much fun. And I think that's to the point. It's like a lot of times people just see the racing now, and they don't see the steps that it took to get here.
I couldn't go 6s for 2 years.
Yeah.
I went 720s forever.
Yeah. Well, it's just fun to go. I actually forgot that we wrecked it the first time, and then the next year we won the limited 235 championship the next year.
You would tell these guys watching this, go build something.
Yeah.
I don't care if you got a truck, you got an MR2, you got a 4-door Malibu.
Yeah.
Just start building something. You can always go faster later. Just try to get something.
You're gonna suck. Like that's that's part of it, man. Like you suck, then people see your effort, and then they match your effort, and then they help you.
Yeah, for sure.
And then it's just
and you learn along the way.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll never forget. We just keep telling good stories now, but I'll never forget learning that you could take 2 relays, wire them into each other, and then you could have a wide open throttle switch, and you could hit the trans brake, mat the gas, and then when you let go of the trans brake, the nitrous would be on. With 2 $5 relays. Guys, you can take 2 $5 relays, wire them into each other, and make it work like an interrupt. And then all of a sudden, you're going to pick up 3/10.
Yeah.
You're going to end up doing a bumper drag.
Well, and I think that's like still to this day, like we're getting ready to take Charlie back out, and we're going to try to do some stuff, but we may not race it for a little bit. We're going to go test, and man, I love going testing with my buddies, and our little crew, and go. We're just trying to go faster. Yeah, the widget is fancier than whatever, but
It's way fancier than yeah.
But it's the same thing. It's like you're just trying to take what you have and make it better, and like whatever that is in your life, like just taking it and trying to make it better. That's what makes this fun.
I'm just as excited about building Magic to go run limited 235 as I am about taking all this crap that I just took out of it and putting it in my brown sugar car so I can start over from the beginning. You know what I mean? Let's start over with the slow car again, and then we'll make it fast. But guys, go out, build something, get you a 10 Soldier Racecars t-shirt or a Zeus tool
or a hat or whatever,
or a hat or something.
We have a ton of women stuff too. So yeah, so if you just want to be nice and get something for your girl, my wife picks out all the ladies stuff. So you know that my wife has a great style. So
my old lady's hardcore, so she just wants all the the dude stuff in small.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
she's just so mean. You know?
She's easy to get stuff for.
Guys, go buy some merch, and thanks, brother. I love you, man.
I love you
thanks
too,
for
man.
taking care of me.
It's good.
He told me last night, he's like, will you put all your stuff in your trailer before you go home tonight? And I know you got here today. I was like, stuff's still there. Stuff's still there. I have more stuff to put in the trailer.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff down in one of his trailers. But
Let's go eat with Cheese.
All right, we're
Let's see
leaving.
what Cheese thinks of all the work I've done.
yeah, all right, we're leaving. Thanks for watching.